I know that I have so much to offer to people and that I just have to share that because there's a lot of people that could also learn from it, whether they're agents, buyers, or sellers. When we're really putting ourselves out there and putting valuable content to people, that really helps a lot of people, not just for your own good, but for the good of everyone.
Welcome to the Raquel Show. This show is for entrepreneurs who want to play bigger in business and in life. And today I have a very special guest who I have known for many, many years and have met through a nonprofit called ARIA, which is the Asian Real Estate Association of America. I've seen her build her business through different market cycles. And what I love about her the most is she continues to still adjust and grow. She's had her own brokerage. She's built different teams from recession markets to normal markets to hot markets. She's had over 880 successful transactions, over $150 million of sales. She's in the top 1% of Chicago realtors. She's got a lot of wisdom to share, and I can't wait for all of you who are listening or tuning into YouTube to all get to know her. Welcome to the show, Stephany Oliveros Hallstein.
Thank you. Thank you, Raquel. Thank you for inviting me. I am super excited, but a little nervous, but we want to play bigger. So I'm here and happy to share my experiences.
Well, I am excited for everyone to get to know you because you have a wealth of knowledge. You've been in the business for how long?
I would say 20 years now. So I got first license in 2003.
Wow, 20 years. And so, like, for those that are listening, right? What keeps you, and you're building another team, right? What keeps you in the business? What do you love so much about the business when we barely have people that can last a year?
I know, right? I could say that I've been pretty fortunate to continue to be in business for a really long time. It's really a labor of love, right? And also, I feel like this is the right industry for me. I was in a different industry before. I've always had this immigrant mindset that if you get into something, you have to be successful in it. And failure is not an option for me. That is super important. I moved into the US, not knowing anyone. And I decided that this is going to be the industry that I wanna be in and succeed in. I just can't fail, right? I can't disappoint people around me.
So let's talk about that real quick with like mindset and stuff. What do you think it takes in this industry? Like I said earlier, is like you've been through so many different cycles, like from the recession, the worst part of the real estate market in history, I think, right?
Yeah.
To like hot markets. What do you think it takes for an agent to actually succeed when it comes to mindset? Like, what kind of mindset do they have to have? Or what has challenged you over the years when it comes to your mindset?
I think really understanding that there is no plan B. Once you decide on something that you want to do, stick to it and ensure that you are always surrounded by people that think bigger. Like right now, I've been surrounding myself. We reconnected again. I know we've connected over the years, Raquel, but the last couple of months has been a lot more calls and emails, of course, being part of your mastermind. So I think really having that mindset that you have to be successful in whatever endeavor you choose to do.
Yeah, I love the no plan B.
Mhm.
And like you had said earlier, you have been in the business for a really long time. You've seen different market shifts. How do you continue to stay ahead of all of it, right? How do you continue to stay ahead of the real estate competition, continue to keep learning? One of the things I love about you is your tenacity to keep reiterating whatever that business looks like for the next cycle.
Yeah, what has helped me a lot is following trends. Certainly, I feel like I've actually been, sort of behind, but and catching on with everything that's happening in our marketplace in terms of being on social media more and doing more videos, right? And being really out there. But I think what's really helped is, following the trends and then surrounding yourself with people that are actually doing great things, and seeing that they're getting results is super important for me too. And as they're getting results, they're actually able to give back more. They're able to show people that things could be done as long as you put in the time and effort to it.
Yes. And I saw that firsthand when I reconnected with Stephany. She was barely on social. Now she's got us like by the long shot of like all these creative videos. So if you don't follow her, I'm going to put her handle in the show notes. And we're going to also talk about that later on in the show. So, Stephany, change is hard for a lot of people, as you know, and you've seen a lot of agents come and go in this business. What do you think you had to learn to stay relevant in this business?
I think I had to learn to really understand that change is constant. That's the only thing constant. Don't get me wrong, I've resisted it also, right? There are moments that I am really disappointed or just don't want to push myself to learn again. It's been frustrating. There's been a lot of times that it's caused a lot of frustration, and there were years that I would say I've slacked off, but I think those moments that have really, what was like the turnaround for me, that's when I see that things really happen. I think when we were during the REO market, I was fortunate that we were able to adapt right away to that market, but it was a big shock for everyone, right? It took me at least a month to really realize, okay, this market has changed. We need to now work with a different kind of clientele. And this time around, it's more about a different medium of how we connect with people and how we connect with clients. And that took, as it took a little longer for me. We all know what we need to do, but we also like are scared to make that change. But I noticed that when I do make that change, I'm actually able to grow faster and get myself in a better situation.
I definitely have seen that. Like, if there's anyone that's super coachable, as soon as Stephany makes the decision to go do it, she does it and then 10x's it for sure. So I just love that. And I love the fact that you're seeing results too. What advice would you give to an agent today who may be having a tough year, right? A lot of people had unicorn years, is what I like to say, in the business these last couple of years. And now it's been a little challenging for some of them.
Yes. I think what it is really just getting started. I'm sure there's a lot of things you have in mind. What if I want to do social media? I want to reach out to more of my clients and take care of my clients more, but really actually doing the work and just getting started. That's the important thing. I've talked to tons of agents that have said, hey, you're doing amazing things on Instagram. I want to do what you're doing too. And I tell them, just get started. I think that's the hardest part, just to get started. And you'll definitely see, I would say last year we had, it's one of our sort of tough years, especially coming out of 2021, where it was super great. And that's when I realized I have to make changes, right? And we started really thinking about the content that we're going to be putting out there, but didn't really start actually filming content until the beginning of this year, sometime in February, March. But when I got started, that's when I saw really the result come out. So just do it. Just get started.
How do you think marketing has changed over the years when it comes to business?
I still cringe when I try to market myself. I think the important thing about marketing right now and what's changed from when we started from a couple of years ago was there's a really big push on branding yourself. And that, I felt a little bit uncomfortable about that, but also I know that I have so much to offer to people and that I just have to share that, because there's a lot of people that could also learn from it, whether they're agents, buyers, or sellers, or people in your network. And that's what I really like about it. When I hear that feedback from people and I see them at restaurants or in the neighborhood and they're like, Stephany, I learned that the market is doing this much right now. Can you tell me a little bit more? So that's when I realized, like, this is actually important when we're really putting ourselves out there and putting valuable content to people and branding ourselves and being the face of our marketing. That really helps a lot of people, not just for your own good, but for the good of everyone.
I absolutely love that you say that, right? Because now I think as you get more into the digital space and you create more content and people are following you, you will have those people that will go up to you and tell you about all the videos. And you didn't even know that they were watching your videos, right?
Yes.
And if we really think about over the last 20 years, it went from like one to one, meaning like the agent actually had to make the phone calls
Yeah.
and prospect and cold call, sometimes out of a phone book. And then it went to print, which is like sending letters in the mail
Yeah.
with stamps. Remember those postcards where you were
And
like,
it's so expensive.
yeah,
They're
I'm
very
gonna put all
expensive.
these stamps on these postcards to mail to a neighborhood or to mail to my clients, and we didn't even print the labels. And now you're seeing a mix of still some of that, but then really like more digital because more people are on their phones versus opening up their mail. And I was telling somebody, I barely go to my mailbox maybe
Yeah.
once a week, you know, to
Yes.
just
Yeah.
grab something.
And I love that, when you have your content out there, it's prospecting for you even when you're sleeping. So I really love that idea.
It's like the new billboard, right? Like somebody can figure out in a quick hot second if they land on somebody's page what they're all about, right? And
Yes.
they will make their judgment on whether or not they should interview you as an agent. So I love that you kind of brought that up and like how important it is today when it comes to the digital marketing of branding yourself. We branded people, I think, in our industry as
Yes.
an agent where we were like the face of the sign and we were the
Mhm.
phone calls of the sign. And now it's we're branding our teams, our people, our culture, and just even our families and
Mhm.
our
You're right.
lifestyle. Yeah.
Agree.
So if you had to start all over and you needed to drum up business today, what are three things that you would do?
I think most important for me that would do or could have done would be to really go deep on my relationships. I feel like I just really did that the last couple of years, but when I first started, I should have really taken care of the people in my network much better than how I am right now. I'm still learning, I'm still adding new things to how I can give back and take care of people around me that has worked with me, has helped me, has given me referrals, has trusted me. And I think that's one thing that I would actually really would be, focusing on.
So taking care of your clients, what else would you like do today if you had to start over and drum up business?
I would have focused more on really branding and marketing to begin with. I feel like I am catching on. It's never too late. Certainly. However, I could have done that. I think much better sooner.
You've sold a lot of homes. I mean,
Yes.
a lot in your market.
Yeah.
At what point, and I can ask you this because you have been in the business and there are people that listen to our show that are solo agents and thinking about starting a team. When did you decide that, like, for the very first time, that you're like, I need a team?
Yes. So I'm still growing, I would say, right? I know it's been 20 years. I've gone through different, I would say, types of teams, different structure. What I've learned is that, forming a team is all about not doing everything and also just having people that you can rely on so you could do more together and build a bigger business together. I think that's one of the reasons why I really believe in having a team or building people and training people and mentoring people. I would love to share what I've learned over the years. I feel like if this team concept was available when we first started, I would have joined a team as well. And I could have learned faster and made less mistakes, I feel
Yeah.
like.
Speaking of mistakes, what's one mistake that you have done that you can share? Because I think we all learn from every single successful person that I've had on this show. They've had challenges that they've overcome or mistakes that they made and that just helped them get better. What are some of the mistakes that you would be willing to share that goes, oh my gosh, I learned so much from that? that I can share with everyone?
I think the biggest mistake is thinking that I could do everything, which I cannot. I have to learn how to rely to people around me and also learn from mentors faster and right away. I cannot, have it all at the same time. I cannot do everything by myself. So that's one of the biggest things. I think I have a lot of pride in that, having, being able to multitask or, be everything for a client. You can't be, but you have to just learn how to trust other people around you.
I love that. I love the fact that when people are thinking about building a team, it's not just for the sake of building a team. It's like it truly comes down to there's not enough minutes in the day if you want to build a really big business or you want to have freedom in your life.
Yeah.
Right. Because we've all been there when we started in real estate, or some of them people that are listening to this now, they are not in real estate, they're entrepreneurs. There is a period of time where you work your tail off, but there's just not enough minutes in the day,
Yes.
no matter how much you want to serve a lot more clients. So you're kind of
Totally
forced to do
agree.
that. Yeah. You've gone through different transitions and different moves. What have been some of the key factors that you would say have contributed to your success?
I guess just really leaning on to successful people around me has been a game changer. Having you as a friend, Raquel, I look up to you so much. And also being able to ask around, ask for help. Don't think that you can do everything. I think that's been very, beneficial for me to be able to continue being in this business. And then also, being part of nonprofit organizations, right? And this is where we learn when we actually give back. I'm also part of another organization called the Paul USA, where we help homeless students in the Chicagoland area. And that actually has given me more than what I've given them, my time and, of course, donation and resources that I've shared, but it's given me a lot more on how to be a better person and how to truly work with the community. And
I
Aria, of course, Aria has given a lot, the friendships that we've made and learning about the organization and what impact we can give to the Asian community and the entire real estate market.
I love that. I think it's really interesting as people start to build businesses, and I've interviewed lots of different people, all different spectrums, is that the most fulfilling things is when they are said and done when it comes to like growing their business is what the business can actually do, or the time that they can set aside to actually serve like nonprofit or other causes, which I think
Yes.
is really cool that you said that. As you look back at your journey, what's one thing that you wish you would have known sooner?
I wish I would have known how to be a better marketer and also better at maintaining and building relationships. Those are very important in being successful in this industry. And being able to say that you can't do it and that you can get help and support and mentorship is also important.
Yay. What's next for
Yay.
Stephany? For those that don't know Stephany, you got to know a little bit about her. She's also like, let's talk about this before you kind of get what's next for Stephany, is you've also flipped homes, been an investor yourself. And there's not a lot of agents that I know that has actually even like dabbled into that side of real estate. So let's talk about that for a little bit. Like, you've learned not only how to build a brokerage, build businesses, build teams, but you've also learned the investing side. What got you interested in that?
Actually, that's one of the reason why I really got into real estate because I wanted to be an investor. How can I make money in real estate, right? And how can I be a real estate investor? And then I realized that I have to start making money first before I can actually be an investor. So then I flipped to the sales aspect. And I really enjoyed working with people. And this additional, I would say, venture of flipping homes, we found opportunities during the downturn to be able to provide much nicer homes and turn around these distressed homes into a home for a family. So that's actually what got me into it. And the idea of course, making a profit and providing a good home for, yeah, for a family.
Oh my gosh, I love it. So what's next for Stephany?
What's next? I'm super excited to be in a new company and also the partnership and I would say the impact that we're going to have, to the entire real estate community, especially in Chicagoland. I'm super excited about that. And I feel like this is like the best part about being in the industry now is being part of this new group and being part of the change that's happening in this industry.
I did not think this woman was going to say that. So that's pretty exciting. So are you willing to share which company, or will we keep that secret?
Well, yeah, we're gonna be sharing that we're moving to Real, and it's gonna happen pretty soon. I'm excited. I'm excited to partner with you, Raquel, partner with Vicky, and partner with everyone in this fastest growing company.
I'll never forget my mentor, Sharon, saying like the best gift that you can have is friendships. But when you get to work with amazing and incredible people and be on a cool journey to help other people create lots of wealth, like it's just going to be really, really exciting. And I am so grateful, so honored. Where can people connect with you?
Yes, certainly Instagram, Stephany with a Y, Stephany_Chicago Realtor. And you can also find us if you Google my name, Stephany Oliveros, on YouTube and also on Facebook.
Amazing. And as we wrap up, there is always one question that I ask every single guest that comes on the show is what does Stephany do to play bigger in business and in life?
I love spending time with my family, my niece, my nephews, sisters, right? My entire family, and also my husband, of course. So we love going on trips and going on long vacations. Europe is our favorite, I would say, continent, and we're pretty excited to be doing more trips in the next couple of years.
Amazing. Stephany, I know you're super busy, and I just want to thank you so much for being on our show, for pouring all your value, your wisdom of knowledge to all of our listeners. I appreciate you. And I cannot wait to keep playing bigger with you, my friend.
Thank you, Raquel. This is amazing.